Hello, Globies. This is an absolutely impromptu video. I had no intention of shooting a video today. I was just dropping Jessica off at her Saturday activity group. And on the way, I thought, I'm going to swing by over Brother Bino's because I'd heard a lot about it, doing work for homeless and nomads. And I thought, let me swing by and maybe see if I can talk to someone, because I'm trying to do some collaborations with people about getting a safe parking site in Oceanside. And as I got down here, I saw just a massive number of people who were coming for a food handout. There was a shower trailer. There was all kind of things going on. And I came across a couple, Ramon and Carmen, whose story I think will touch your heart. And I am going to introduce them to you. They have a compelling story of how they had to, actually they were forced to move onto the streets and had to place their 5 children with family members in the meantime. So come on, let's go meet Carmen and Ramon. Hello, Ramon and Carmen. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me. Your story is a difficult one. You have 5 children, you were telling me?
Yes.
But your children are currently not living with you. They were, but they're not at present. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you, in fact, since what you said about January 11th, are actually living on the streets?
Yes, that's correct.
So you made other arrangements for your children so they wouldn't have to live on the streets with you?
Unfortunately, yes, we had to.
So can you tell me what exactly happened, how you were living in a car, is that correct?
Yes, we are a vehicle. We shared it.
And what happened? How did you go from the car to the streets?
Well, due to the fact that with the pandemic and losing jobs and having to relocate from Bishop, California back here, we kind of backed up in our payments, and our car was repoed. So everything that we had was in the vehicle. We had got a hotel for one night, but unfortunately, we owed the car, and they came to take the car.
So we woke up with the surprise with nothing in our hands, and
So every single thing you owned except for your hygiene items, you were telling me, was in the car?
yes,
Yes,
IDs,
correct. We just
everything.
showered, and so the only thing we got to get out of the car was
So we don't want to have to
clothes
check
we had.
out and have to rush around last minute. So I like to get ahead of stuff, and I loaded the car down. And doing so, like you said, we showered. And the only things we had was what we were gonna wear and our dirty clothes, and
The blanket.
and the blanket, and they took the rest.
So you were telling me, Ramon, I thought it would give people insight into what it's like to be on the streets. You want to share how, you can't leave because you're afraid someone's going to take your things, but you can't go into a store. Can you tell me about that experience and tell my viewers about it?
Well, I'm just currently, my bicycle was stolen. We had met her parents. They were going to pick up my daughter to go ahead and take her back home with
Because we
them.
visited with her.
And we were having lunch. So they bought us some lunch. So I left my bike off to the side. And when I went back to get it, it was gone with all the things that I pretty much had, accumulated, since everything that I did own was taken in the car. So, just going anywhere here around here to the stores, or even walking anywhere that just is not the street, pretty much, people look at you weird. You can't leave your bike outside because you're scared that they're going to take everything, because your things are not safe around here, and then you ask to leave your belongings inside the store, and they look at you funny, and they just follow you around all over the place, they pretty much harass you, and it's just it's hard. It's hard to get things done and to be able to actually hold on to the things you have out here.
And Carmen, you were talking about how difficult it is, to sleep when you're afraid that you're going to be hurt during the night.
Yes, definitely. That's a lot of the reason why I think substance abuse does also play into place, because it kind of helps entertain you with time, that you have to stay up, to survive over the night, because it's so difficult. Like, people are on crazier substance.
See, some of these people some of them are mentally challenged and stuff like that. So you don't know what to expect from somebody like that. It's aggressive, and they
Come attack or something.
It's a lot of factors out here that you wouldn't think you'd go through, and being homeless, you know, and it's tough.
You were telling me that it was really freezing last night. You need a tent.
Correct.
Yeah, it's pretty much, you know, we weren't probably expecting this. We just had enough money to stay at the hotel for 2 nights, and we should try to rest as much as we could, down to the fact that we're obviously out here again, and now, you know, we didn't have anything to begin with except where we got blessed with these bikes from a friend.
Yeah, you were telling me that a friend gave you these bikes, learned about your bikes being stolen, and he had 2 extra bikes and he gave them to you. But you have to basically, I'm looking here, you basically have to carry your bed, your clothes, your sleeping bag, which you just got these 2 sleeping bags right here today at Brother Bino's. And then I'm looking over here, and your food, you've got your food that you got here today.
And you have to arrange everything to be able to carry it without struggling, and being able to go in, go out, like he said, into the store without somebody coming and taking the little that we do actually have, you know.
So, you know, I just feel led to bless you with a tent today. You said that you needed a tent. So we're going to go over to Walmart and get you a tent. And sometimes it takes one event to knock you off, and it's hard to get back up. So what are your goals? What would you like to, where would you like to see yourself?
You know, focusing on doing the family thing, and it's you know, it's hard to do it. So, you know, we're trying to obviously get ourselves a roof over our heads so we can be able to get the proper rest, to be able to maintain jobs and look presentable at a job, you know, to even be hired at times. So for now, our journey today was getting identification cards because they were lost in the vehicle as well. You know, I start seeking maybe a room for rent, and you know, for now our kids are going to have to be not put on hold, but caught up with later, because we don't have the means to be able to be out here with children as young as, you know, we have very, very young children. And
how old do your children range from an age?
So I currently have 2 prior to R3. So for my first relationship, I have a 12-year-old, which will be turning 13 in March, and then I have a 9-year-old daughter who just turned 9 in August, so she won't actually be 10 until the following upcoming August.
And then you have 3 children together?
So then we have 3 common, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old boy. So the 6-year-old is a boy, the 4-year-old is a boy, and then we have a 2-year-old little girl.
So that just wasn't going to work, having them out in the streets. Thank goodness.
I think last night was very
Cold, awakening.
you know, eye-opening to the fact that we needed these, you know, these sleeping bags and stuff like that, and we got, you know, blessed with, because you know, another night like that, it's pretty rough to live like that day after day after day, and it's kind of hard when you go back to the hotel and you remind you of the comforts and luxuries that people have, you know, behind 4 walls, and it's not easy being exposed out to the elements and have a good night, you know.
So you were telling me, Ramon, how difficult it is to, well, you can't really even look for a job without an ID card, because people want ID to verify things. And so also you were saying that, you know, without being able to take a shower, but you came over here to take showers today. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, well, initially we came over here to get something to eat, to get some stuff, and hopefully get a bus voucher so we can get to, you know, places we needed to get to go see the kids and stuff like that. And unfortunately, we found out that it was open, so we were fortunate enough to take a shower, where they gave us these bags with hygiene stuff. And
okay.
So today was very.
And then they gave you these sleeping bags too, you're telling me.
We were very grateful for that, so that will add on to the contribution that you will be
But
doing
it also makes more things that we have to look after, you know, because now we have to worry about getting the sleeping bag, and I can't leave it at any place because we
right.
You know, come Ramshackle, so you know we have to figure out how to make this all work.
I just have a feeling that this is not a permanent situation for you, and you are going to. You seem like 2 people who have the determination and the will to do what it takes and accept the help that's offered to get to the next step in your journey.
Absolutely.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it's a beautiful thing that you know, that somebody sees that, so that we can help others, you know, through those hard times, because I know that I wish I would have been shown, or somebody would have guided me through it. I think we would have experienced less hardships, you know, had we known.
This is something nobody expects, and you know, we're not the only people. There's a lot of people out there that maybe have it worse than us. We luckily have bikes and be able to move, and you know, last night I didn't have a sweater because it got locked in the laundromat. So I was walking around in just a shirt.
So it's a big learning curve going onto the street. To learn how to be safe, how to keep your possessions safe, how not to get them stolen. There's just a lot to learn. People don't realize that. All right, we'll reconvene in a little while. Okay, Globies. I didn't know what to do, which tent to get. There's one that it's a 6-person and you can stand up in it, but it's pretty heavy. I don't know if you could carry this on a bicycle. And this one's a 4-person. You can't stand in it, but I think you can carry it on a bicycle. So I'm gonna bring both of these over and see which one Ramon and Carmen want. I'm over at the Walmart right now, just leaving it. And I'm trying to get over there before it's dark because they need to get their camp set up before dark. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. So I'm here with Carmen, and she's got the tent and decided to go with the 6-person tent because you can stand up in it. So that's better, and you're a little taller and you said that would work better for you. And then put some hand warmers in it, so you're prepared to go find your place that you're going to set it up tonight. And Ramon is not here right now.
Unfortunately, yes.
But we will we'll catch up later and see what happens with this journey.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later, Carmen. Bye-bye.